Everybody, Seth, and we're here for a Monday Night Raw review for August 29th, 2022. This was by far the worst thing I have ever seen on television under Triple H. I don't know what the hell is wrong with him tonight, but this felt like Vince McMahon booking all over again. We did have some good things. The whole Usos, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens thing was fine. The whole Miz is getting fucked is like screwed. Like the whole Miz that's the Loomis thing is interesting. The Judgment Day definitely leading to whatever they're going to be doing at the pay-per-view. I mean, the promo was not great, and then the Kurt Angle stuff was just like, why is this on my television? Had the main events, which apparently WWE was trying to make the tag team titles, these worthless, useless women's tag team titles, to mean something. And the way this ended, what a terrible booking for this show. Holy shit, this was bad. We'll get to it all as we do. One of the best big moments of the night was, of course, the interaction between Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle, who is Matt Riddle again. He's not just Riddle, he's Matt Riddle, and apparently Austin Theory is Austin Theory as well. Good on them. So, let's start this thing off with, the Judgment Day versus AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler. Why is this match happening? I couldn't fucking tell you. I guess AJ Styles and Dolph Ziggler are supposed to be a tag team. Correct me if I'm wrong. Doesn't Dolph Ziggler already have a tag team called the Dirty Dogs with Bobby Roode? What happened to Bobby Roode? Where's Robert Roode? Where has Robert Roode gone? That's a tag team with Dolph Ziggler, the Dirty Dogs. Where has Robert Roode gone to? We need maybe APB for Robert Roode. He hasn't been seen in a very, very long time. Somebody let me know what's going on with Robert Roode. So we have this match here with Ziggler, Styles and Ziggler versus the Judgment Day. It was nothing special about it. South of Heaven chokeslam from Damian Priest to Dolph Ziggler. The match didn't mean much of anything because Dolph Ziggler gets beat with South of Heaven. Not even the Reckoning, not even the coup de grace or the 1916. He gets beat with the South of Heaven, which is one of Damian Priest's setup moves. After the match, we see they heading to the back where we see a black vehicle show up. Edge gets out and he heads into the arena as Judgment Day get back into the ring. Standing on the ground is Edge as the crowd cheers, "We want Edge, we want Edge." It was a match. It is what it is. Moving on. Back to break. Ripley calls out Edge to come to the ring before Balor says he's tired of the so-called legend. He says he is mad that Edge and Rey Mysterio got their documentaries before he did. Well, yeah, they both had 20 plus years in the WWE where you've only been here for, text notes, 6. So, yeah, no documentary for you yet. Priest said he kept his word and had him beat, but the referee cost him because he couldn't keep his shoes on or something like that. He says he has no friends or family in Toronto, here in Schittsburg. Says he is all alone. Priest says he will finish him tonight before Edge's music hits. The crowd goes wild. Heads to the ring with a mic in hand. Edge says they made valid points, but also some ridiculous ones. He says he came back to teach Balor and them how to reach his glory because he's been there, but his big ego's got in the way, and he tells Ripley to keep her hands to herself before she learns why they call Beth the Glamazon. He says that he didn't come here alone before Rey and Dominic Mysterio attacked from behind, and they attacked Priest and Balor and beat them up, send them gone, and then Dominic's in the ring, Rhea Ripley's in the ring. He's got the kendo stick. He's like getting ready to wind up. You can see in the background that Rey Mysterio and Edge are up at the ramp watching this go down as Dominic goes from "I'm gonna fuck you up, woman" to dropping his guard and eventually handing her the kendo stick. Why are they waiting for them to come in to shoo her away? Why are they waiting till after he gives her the kendo stick? I don't get this shit. This was so bad. So Rey and Edge finally get in the ring and egg Ripley on, but Priest and Balor drag her out of the ring as Edge and Mysterio stand tall in the ring. So, that leads to what we will get a match between Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day at the pay-per-view coming up on Saturday at 1 p.m. Now, later on in the back, after Kurt Angle who's here, you get the stupid like whole like, hey, look at these pictures and words on the back shit, which Kurt Angle gets faked out about those. leaves, Dom asks Ray about, I thought this was supposed to be a family thing between the tag team match at Clash of the Castle. So Dom's feeling a little slighted the fact that he's not going to be a part of the tag team match, and he picked Edge instead. Which Ray is like, because of Edge's experience, that's why he needs him at Clash of the Castle. And seeds are still being planted for Dominic to turn on Rey Mysterio and Edge. Only thing that makes sense. Earlier, Miz and Ciampa, and Miz says he doesn't know why they're still talking about him, and he's no mood to discuss. He doesn't want to talk about what happened with him and Dexter Lumis. I wouldn't want to either. We see Bianca, Asuka, and Alexa Bliss backstage, heading the ring back from breaking the video of Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah. They say they will be the new women's tag team champions before hugging, blah, blah, blah. So we get Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair and Asuka versus Danny Moe, Kayla Sparks, and Katie Oak. I think Kayla Sparks has been on AEW Dark and Dark Elevation lately, so good on them. This was a nothing match. Asuka Locke picks up the win. Who gives a shit? After the match, Belair says that Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky can run their mouths all they want, but they would go down and Clash of the Castle. Asuka asks if they were ready for the three of them before Belair says they will take control of that pay-per-view event, and that is that. We head backstage, and Ciampa and Miz are getting ready. Miz is so dead set focused, he doesn't want to hear from anybody else. Their post by Pierce says all the resources available to him, including counseling. He says he doesn't want to talk about it again. Before Pierce says Lumis was released from the police custody because you didn't press any charges. You didn't talk about it. The more you don't talk about it, the more he's able to get away with it. And then he eventually tells Adam Pierce to leave. We're coming out here. He looks fucking terrible. Like, the dude, like, I don't know what it is, but the dude should not be on television. Talks about and promotes Clash of the Castle, and then out comes Alpha Academy. Because at this time, I had to go make food. Alpha Academy in the ring with Angle. Gable says not only is the hometown hero, but he's also his personal hero. Says his story motivated him while he was training for the Olympics. He says that he and Otis are looking for a new member, but there's not a shred of talent in Pittsburgh and accomplish the job. He tells fans to show respect to the Olympic hero and Kurt Angle. He offers Angle 100% acceptance into the Academy, no question asked. Otis offers him an Academy jacket. For Angle tosses to the floor and says he'll pass. Gable says, "Excuse me," before saying it better not be true. Angle says it's true, but before he can finish, Gable shooshes him. The two men proceed to do a shoosh off. Gable tells Otis to show him what happens when he turns down the offer. Here come the Street Profits. They head to the ring. Montez says the Academy honestly doesn't know what it's that if they mess with Kurt Angle, then they will get hurt. Ford says that they are at the wrong place before saying they want to fight. He says they want the smoke. Gable accepts the challenge, but they said the conditions have to be if Academy wins, then Angle joins the Academy. They accept the challenge, and we go to commercial break. We come back. We have a match. This was a pretty good match. I will say that. This was a great tag team match. Now, I've noticed since even when Triple H took over, they were still like drilling it in your head that this entire Street Profit thing is going to split up and be done very, very soon. They seem to cool down on that. So maybe Triple H is like thinking, yeah, we're not breaking these guys up. We don't have enough tag teams to really justify a tag team division, so we need to build the tag team division up, and then maybe we'll split them later. But it seems like they stopped talking as much about how great Montez Ford looks, and obviously the plan was going to be Montez Ford is getting all this praise. Angelo Dawkins is hearing is not happy about this, beats up Montez Ford and becomes the heel of the two, and eventually gets released a month or so later. The match here overall looked like we were gonna get I love the fact that when Gable went for had Ford in the ankle lock, Ford gets out of it, switches around, gets his own ankle lock on in front of Kurt Angle, does the throat slit, and then gets down into the grapevine on the leg. But Otis was able to splash him and get him out of the way. Kurt Angle said, "You're going to be joining the Academy, you understand me?" And Montez Ford fucking pounced this guy into next week. I think he is still trying to collect himself after that pounce over the announce desk. So Ford hits a suplex on Gable for hitting for the big huge frog splash for the 1-2-3. After the match, Street Profits give Angle a red soul cup. Before he drinks it, he spits it out, coughing up. He gives the Profits a bottle of milk each. They all three-man chug the pints of milk. He tosses a couple pints in the crowd as he heads backstage, and that was that. Oh, my goodness. This was fine. It was innocent and everything. The match was great. Kurt Angle couldn't do without. I don't know why they needed to have Kurt Angle there. I don't care if they were in Schittsburg or not. Doesn't matter. Kurt Angle did not need to be there. Question happens with the Street Profits. What are they going to do? Because they can't challenge for the tag team titles so long as the Usos are tag champs. So what is going to happen? What are these Street Profits doing? It's like they're just circling the drain. The best part of the show, by a country mile, was Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. Not even what we saw during the interview with Corey Graves, because they were arguing and bickering back and forth. The very last thing Matt Riddle says to Seth Rollins was, "When I'm done with you at Clash at the Castle, I'm going to make sure the only man in your family is Becky." So we go to commercial break. We come back, we're told that they kept their mics on. The mics were not shut off yet. And as they say, we're going to show you what they were saying. So, no joke. Seth Rollins is sitting there. Matt Riddle looks like he's about ready to leave. He's like, "Matt, hey Riddle, you still there?" It's a serious look on his face. He's like, "If you want to talk about my family, let's talk about yours." "Oh, wait, that's right. Your wife divorced your ass and took the kids because she doesn't want to be around your bitch ass." Like, excuse me? What did you just say? Matt, and he's like, "You heard me. You fucking heard me." And Matt's like, "Where are you? Where are you? Because I'm gonna smash your face in, you son of a..." And he just goes off, and fucking Rollins is fucking laughing. The fact that he pulled on that string, that personal string, that, hey, you brought my family up, I'm gonna bring yours up. So this entire like 40-second clip was the best part of the show by a country mile. This was great. These two, Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins, are gonna beat the shit out of each other. Sheamus and Volta are gonna beat the shit out of each other in a more gruesome way, but these two are gonna beat the fuck out of each other. Matt Riddle could win. Matt Riddle could lose by disqualification. We'll have to wait and see. Definitely looking forward to that. Bobby Lashley versus The Miz. This match was it was what it was. Miz is okay, I guess. Miz goes for the skull crushing finale. He's got him sized up, and then he looks up in the crowd and just freezes, and it's like, we turn the camera up. Dexter Lumis is there, just like ready to look. He looks like a serial killer. He literally looks like a serial killer. Has his hand. He's like gripping his hand, like he's tightening his glove or something, or like anything. He's got this look on his face, like, "I'm coming for you, Miz. I'm coming for you." Ciampa's like, "What are you doing, Miz? What are you doing? What are you doing?" And Miz is like, "Dude, he's right there. He's right there." Ciampa turns around. Dexter Lumis is gone. This allows Bobby Lashley to put it in the hurt lock and get the tap out win, and that was that. We get a backstage to Edge Kurt Angle with pictures reliving what they did in the early 2000s, and then the whole thing with Rey Mysterio and Dominic. Dominic is definitely turning on his father for sure. Back from break, we get the Connor's Cure Pediatric Cancer Month, which doesn't start until Friday, so I don't know why the fuck we're doing it right now. Pediatric Cancer Month does not start until September, and last I checked, that is on Friday or Thursday. That is on Thursday, so I don't know why we're doing it tonight. So, we get the Usos and Sami Zayn to come out. For a bit. Sami Zayn hypes up the Usos. Out comes Kevin Owens, who says they don't run anything on Monday Night because Raw is Kevin Owens' show. He tells them the reigns that Owens he owes Owens one. Jay asks if Owens is his boy, and he technically is. Jay says he better get him before he does. Zayn says Reigns doesn't owe him anything. Owens says that he didn't think Zayn could be get more stupid, but he did when he joined the Bloodline. He says they take advantage of him and tell him to reassess things. Zayn defends the Bloodline before Owens says that he hasn't forgotten that Jay is the reason he didn't beat Reigns in the Universal title 18 months ago. That's definitely something you wouldn't have heard in a promo back when Vince was still around. He says his head had been up his cousin's ass for the last 2 years. Owens calls for referee and commentary. The match is official, and we get Kevin Owens versus Jay Uso. Again, another great match between these two. This was like in ring. This is probably the best match of the night in ring. Jay Uso, Kevin Owens. I mean, Profits and Alpha Academy was great too, but this was pretty good as well. Now, the story of this, of course, is that look, we're coming to a head eventually of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn teaming up to take on the Usos for the tag team titles and probably beating them. Sami Zayn, of course, is going to get beat up by the Usos, and people want. And if it wasn't for the DUIs of Jimmy and Jay, we probably would see these guys facing off at Clash at the Castle because of the DUIs. We're not getting that. They're going to have to save it for Extreme Rules. So Zayn will probably be in Cardiff. He's going to be the only backup that Roman Reigns has at the pay-per-view. And Roman Reigns is probably going to lose his titles thanks to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn will try to explain himself on Friday and next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. And this Friday is already taped, so it is what it is. And he's going to get destroyed by the Bloodline. We head backstage. Bayley, Kai, and Sky. Bayley says the trios will get rid of Belair, Bliss, and Asuka at Clash of Castle. Kai says that they will take over the company and says while Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah have beaten the best to get here, which I'm sorry, the best? The best at what? Really? They've beaten absolutely nobody to get here. There's no best. They will be the new tag champs. We see Ciampa chasing after the Miz because he wants to leave Lamina. He says he's fine. He doesn't want to talk about it before getting in his car as he drives off. In the back seat of this vehicle, you see a glowing face. Dexter Lumis is in the back of Miz's vehicle, and Miz doesn't know it. Why is Dexter Lumis following and doing this doing this to the Miz? I don't know. We have to just keep on watching. Back from break, we see videos. Johnny Gargano's return for last week. We had a video of Gargano in an empty arena before the show. He says that he's excited to get back in the ring and do what he was born to do. He says that he's happy for Austin Theory's success, and given his gifts, he didn't start from the bottom. He says he never even called him after his child was born. Theory approaches and asks him why he didn't call after he won the United States title and Money in the Bank briefcase. He suggests that this was because Gargano was jealous of him, and says he expected better. He says he's lonely. It's, you know what they say, it's lonely at the top. Wishes him good luck because now he is swimming with sharks. We get a rundown of the Clash of the Castle before we get a hype video for the Women's Championship, Tag Team Championships, just telling you how each team that got here tonight got to the finals. And then we go to the match, and let me just give you the rundown of this match. This match was Aaliyah gets taken out early. Raquel wrestles 90% of the match by herself, just like she did on Friday. Bliss, Asuka, and Belair chase off Bayley in the most weirdest way I've ever seen three people run. They looked like they were fucking marionettes running off to the side. It was really weird. So Aaliyah tags in the same way they booked the end of last week's match. They booked this match. The person tags in, they jump down. He ends up rolling up Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai was not the legal person, if I am correct. So this is obviously going to lead to a match between these two again. Yes, Raquel Rodriguez. Aaliyah is so bad. Aaliyah is so terrible at a professional wrestling that she has to take a nap on the outside. Raquel has to wrestle majority of the match herself, and then Aaliyah gets the pinfall win for her team. The babyfaces, all five babyfaces, celebrate as we go off the air. No Sasha Banks or Naomi. And I wonder how many snowflakes on social media are crying and complaining. How could WWE not have them return? How could WWE let the fans down? WWE didn't say anything. WWE never mentioned Sasha Banks and Naomi returning tonight. So if anybody is upset the fact that they did not return tonight, that's your own fault, because it's not WWE's responsibility to sit there and set you up for expectations. It would have made no fucking sense to have Sasha Banks and Naomi return, even if Sky and Sky won tonight. Why? Because they already have a 6-woman tag match on Saturday. If not Naomi and Sasha Banks are going to return, it also makes sense to return on SmackDown. Monday Night Raw has a stacked women's division. SmackDown does not have that good of a women's division. They need help on the SmackDown side of the brands. So them returning and confronting the tag team champions on SmackDown makes a little bit more sense. Ain't gonna happen this Friday because this Friday was taped last week. It's gonna happen after Clash at the Castle. This show just felt off compared to what we've seen over the last few weeks since Triple H took over the 2 nights after SummerSlam. This show just felt down. Like there was something off about this show. And then you had that shitty ass finish. Having Aaliyah pick up the win, pinning the wrong person, if I'm correct. I'm pretty sure Dakota Kai did not tag in. The fact that the referee just counted her shoulders and was like, no, she's not the legal person, makes you wonder that they're probably going to have a rematch. And then Kai and Sky might want him there. I don't know. I hate the fact that you're going to have Aaliyah, who is so bad in the ring, and Triple H knows she's so bad in the ring. The last 2 matches, she took a fucking nap for majority of the match, and it was all Raquel Rodriguez. Come on. But that's your Monday Night Raw review. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video, follow me on the France Club, follow me on twitch.tv/France Club, and follow me on Instagram at the France Club. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the go home to All Outs. Until then, my name is France, and I'll see you guys later.